Hello and welcome. I'm Bill Wake. We're here working on Dungeons and Patterns. It's a role-playing game, originally live action. We're implementing it in Elm, and we've introduced a few puzzle types, and we're working on this new one that's called OrderPuzzle. That's basically permuting a list of items, and we're to the point of figuring out how to scramble this so the player sees a random list that they have to sort out. All right, I think we did enough stumbling around yesterday. I think we're in good shape to go ahead and test this and get it implemented today. Let's find the test. Order puzzle test. Put that over here with the other tests. Okay. So what we have is we've created the default order puzzle, which is first, second, third, and it's scrambled. So third, first, second is how it's intended to look initially. And our puzzle is you've got the scrambled items. Like I want to get the list of scrambled items. I'm starting with the player's guess 1, 2, 0 and the default order puzzle. And I expect that they've unscrambled it. So if I take 1, 2, 0 out of this, okay, entry 1 is the second one, of course, because we're counting 0 terms. I tried putting it in ones and just got more confused than ever. So anyway, slot 1 says, I want the 0th item, which is first. The second slot says, I want the 2 item, which is number 1, which is second. And I want the 0 item, which is number 2, which is third. Okay. I don't know if there were a way to figure out all the off by ones in the world and fix them, we wouldn't know what to do, I think. All right, but anyway, if you do that, you're getting back the original list. So I think that should be scrambled. Now, we left off right at the beginning of doing this. So I'm going to call this guess instead of scramble because that's really what it is. This 1, 2, 0 here, that's the ordering that the player's chosen, and they've guessed it basically. Okay, so we create an array from this thing so we can treat them both as arrays because it's a list. Elm, like lots of other functional languages, I guess, prefers lists. They can easily add to them and take items off and stuff like that. Arrays, they kind of have problems from a functional point of view. They're a big function of data and you want to access it directly, but it's not really, doesn't really quite make sense in functional terms. At least with read-only objects. I'll let it go there. Okay. So we want to say, I want to get back the list of strings, which is a permutation of items. All right. And I think what we have to do, I feel like this is maybe not, for all the setup, I don't think it's going to be that hard. We're going to take the guess, okay, which is the 1, 2, 0 on the left there, okay, and then I'm going to make a map. So I'm using map because I want to take each value and I want to translate it through the random order into an item from here, and I want to end up with a list of strings. So as long as my map takes an integer and then yields a string, then I'll get a list out of the back for free. All right, and let's go look at the map definition on array. Okay, well, it makes an array in the end. Okay, well, we can deal with that. So it takes a function from A to B and a list, and then it produces the new array. I don't know, would it be easier to... Well, let's get it going and then we'll figure it out. Okay, so the function I want, I'm going to take a position, and I'm going to make some sort of statement about it. Okay. and then at the end we're gonna pipe it from to toList. I guess that's array.toList. Okay, so we'll take the guess. We're going to take each position, and I want to look up the rand order subposition. Okay, which is rand order. Well, it's list array.get rand order, and let's see if it'll get takes an int. So let's take position and int to an array of ints. Rand order is an array of ints, and it produces a maybe int. Oh. Okay, well, we can keep going. This value was not a function. But it was given 2 arguments. Array.get is not a function. Int array goes to maybe. Okay. Now I'm gonna oh dear, what do I have to do? I said it was straightforward. I guess I'm not right. There a list of items. Really, I want to fetch the list item in there. So let's make our items. And we'll do some cleanup afterwards, but let's make array.from list puzzle.items. Okay, so that tells me maybe I should be making this an array in the first place. All right, so if I've got the items array, well, the position, oh, well, I guess the third argument here is guess. Let's do it like this. Array dot map. Okay, takes 2 functions. Required list of strings, found list of maybe ints. Okay. Let rand position equal that. Okay. In. Okay, so now I have the, well, let's call it item position. The item position, okay. Now I want to return array.get item position from puzzle.items. Oops, from items array. Okay. Yeah. Oh. With default, let's just put 0. Theoretically, I don't think this can happen. Is my parenthesis off? Oh, yeah, this is now a list of maybe strings. I think that's what it's complaining about. List of maybe strings. Yeah. There is a maybe that I don't think it's in here. Get. Let's go to maybe. I want to gather only the valid ones. Map to, no. Nope, nope, nope. There's a way to do this. It's not on the list. Filter map. String to int, so only keep the ones. Right, I think we can use this. We're only going to keep the ones that I think we just to identity. Okay, so not as clean as I thought, or simple as I thought, but we're saying get the position from the random order list, and that could blow up. I don't know. Maybe I need to use more maybe functions to deal with that. That could blow up, and just give it some junk, okay? Because we know in principle you're going to get a valid position. We're not gonna let it be arbitrary. Okay. The 0 is going to make things painful if it does fail. All right. Once we have that, then we get the items array. We dig out the thing at that position. So we're doing the translation now, and working all this off the gas. Convert it to a list. It's a list of maybe strings because this is a maybe. And then we filter identity says, give me the item itself. And because filter map strips off the maybe stuff, these came back as maybe list of string. Now it's list of string, or list of maybe strings turns into list of strings. All right, lots of talk. Does it work? All right, so over here. Yes. Okay. Ugh. All right. Scramble items based on user's rearrangement. Okay, we're definitely still doing that. Also, we had 2 tests that were failing. I don't know if I have lost. Yeah, order puzzle test. Okay. Now maybe we've lost it. Oh, message test. Okay, let's go see message test. Okay, so that's happy now too. Okay, so we stacked up 2 tests basically. All right, now I'm going to push this because it's green and it's somewhat reasonably accurate. Scramble items based on user's arrangement. Okay, but now I want to get this stuff improved. Okay, so one is we passed. There's a maybe and then, and I haven't been using that, so maybe that would be the thing. Okay, chain together computations that may fail. So you have a function that returns maybe B, and you got maybe an item, and it returns maybe B. Okay, so I think we can do that. In the end, you still get a just or a nothing, but let's try that. So let's take item position Okay. So if we take item position, I'm going to take the let out. Okay. In the N. So this is going to pipe to this, pipe to maybe, and then, and so we don't need this, and we don't need this. And this can go like that. Okay. Ooh. I think there's a swap. Is it just a parenthesis issue? Let's make sure about that first. No, because item position no longer exists. Okay. This may be something they removed. I was reading something the other day. It made me think it's there. But what I want to call is a function that takes position last, but it's in here. I don't even know how to ask for that. It's not a maybe thing. Maybe it's a basics thing. That's all numbers, angles, trig, function helpers. All right, I'm gonna define a helper. Swap arguments, and it's going to take a function from, well, it's going to take a function from A to B to C. All right, and it's gonna is that right? Well, let me say what I want to say, and then we'll see how that sounds. Okay, so this one, I want to say, well, what I really want is a function from, then I'm going to want B to A to C. Is that what I'm getting here? It's not buying that? Okay. So swap arguments. Maybe I want to say it like this. Array.get. Okay, I think that's what I want. Now, I'd like it to complain that this is not implemented. Okay, so swap arguments array.get. How do I do this? Is that it? Function BA equals oh, where would I find this thing? Is it like extras? I wish I could remember stuff. Elm basic.extras. I'm following the Elm Slack group, and I know somebody mentioned it the other day as like, I'm pretty sure they were after this function. I didn't know I needed it myself, right? I paid more attention. Well, this is not. Let's see if we can quote this. All right, I'm gonna peek over there. Where would they have mentioned this? Okay. Someone mentioned this. Yeah, flip is the function I want. Yes. Okay, how do I get this stuff? Maybe we'll just borrow it source-wise. I don't think there's anything likely to be special about it. Okay, I gotta try one more thing before I go. Okay, if you give me function b of a, I give you function a of b. Is that right? A, B, C. Function I call this doesn't work. Swap arguments. Well, it's not a function anymore. Okay, I'm gonna look at theirs now. Oh, I'm close. A to B to C goes to B to A to C. I don't need the things in the middle. I guess I got the arguments there. Okay. Close. Is that the same? ABC goes to BAC. Function BA goes to function AB. Okay. That's close. All right. Not close enough. Excuse me. Okay. Now, Swap arguments, array.get. No, I think I should be doing this. There. Okay, let's see if that still works. Intentionally change it and make it run. Okay, good. Okay, so this is I think that's better. All right, so now maybe, and then let's see, list.filter map. Is there an array.filter map? That would be handy. I don't think we saw it. We did kind of flip through everything, but let's see. Nope. Okay, so position, array.get position random order. Array.map position. Okay, I'm trying to get rid of the lambda. I don't know if that's worth trying. Okay, I think let's try it. And again, I think I need my swap arguments. If I swap arguments on array.get, so position, it looks like this. Okay, now I have a function of position. I think I can get rid of the position. Put the whole thing in parens. No. Okay. There's probably a way to do it, but I'm not quite clever enough. Take the swap arguments out. Okay. Should still pass. Don't know if it didn't detect the change. All right. So what am I doing here? Well, I do want a list of strings. I don't think anybody wants to deal with an array on the outside. All right. The next thing is this list of strings. It's only a list because I said it was. It could have easily been an array of strings. Who references it? Well, guess ordering. He doesn't care. Well, he has to use the right type, but it's not a big deal. Okay, OrderPuzzle. And this is getting the scrambled items. That's where we're working, so we prefer it to be an array. This is using puzzle.items. It's not really the right thing to use at this point. And then my example. Okay, let's tackle this refactoring. OrderPuzzle. Oh, let's look at game. Game has to parse the list of strings. Which is items. Jcode field, Jcode list. Is there a JSON decode array? Yes. Okay. Let's tackle it then. OrderPuzzle. Okay, so if this were array of string, I'd have to say array.fromList. puzzle.items is now already an array, so items array isn't necessary. Okay. Okay, and we expect plenty of other places to complain. Okay. Terminal. Well, all those places are going to be the ones we knew about because of our search. Order puzzle test. Okay, he does array.fromList. Well, we can do it. Oh no, that's not going to work. We're getting back a list, so we got to do array.toList of this. Okay. Game. Items should decode array of strings. That'll get us to the next round. Game test. Items needs to be an array.fromList. Model. Array must have a count of some sort, right? Length, okay. So we'll just use array.length. And view. Puzzle.items, again, I'm going to just make it a list and deal with it here for now. So this is array.toList. Puzzle.items. Okay. Still more. Model test. Again, it needs to be an array.fromList. And parentheses in this case. Yay. Okay, so in our to-do, this is really a refactor. Make order puzzle.items an array instead of a list. Okay, and let's start keeping track of things here. DNP-21-34. And this is all part of ordering puzzle. Okay, so we did that one. All right, now back to order puzzle. All right, I think we have somewhat the same issue on this random order. Well, maybe it's exactly the same issue. When we want to use it, we want it to be an array. So let's make it an array here, and we're going to repeat the same process Okay, so order puzzle dot random order. Okay. And we can see here puzzle dot random order is what we want instead of rand order. Okay. And it's going to be a similar list of places. So we know we have to do game. Decode array. Oops. Presumably game test has a similar problem. Order puzzle 19 from list. Yes, so right up from list. Model test. Passed. Okay. So that's more isolated, isn't it? And let's check that in. Oops. Yes. Okay. Passed. Okay. Let's see. I'd really love to simplify this. Okay, map position. Oh, I'm just not quite there. Okay, the array.map produces a list. Sorry, produces an array. We convert it to a list and then call filter map on it. Let's see what filter map is again. Sometimes these things, they're willing to work with. No, it wants a list. Elms type system's a little bit restricted. I guess it needs to know it's a list because it wants to produce a list, but yeah. Yeah, I would like a simpler way to do this. Well, I guess what that means, do we care that it's a list of strings? Well, let's work our way out to where we're using it and decide there. But it may be that this should be an array of strings as well. That would take out these last couple of lines. Now we'd still have to do something to filter the maybes. And array doesn't have anything like that. So okay. Let me name this flip. And save. Okay. All right. So I think we're going to go back up to view. Right. Because what we do now is not really quite what we want. So in the ordering section, we're displaying the list of, basically we're going through the puzzle items and turning each one into a row in our display with a button on the top and a button on the bottom. And we can, let's run it. Yeah, there we go. That's putting in the buttons and the name. I don't think we want these to be list items. I don't think we want this to be this, but this is the order that we, well, actually it's the original list order. So this is the list that we want them to convert to. And it doesn't take into account our scrambling at all. So it's just reading the list of puzzle items and putting them into this, turning it into HTML. So we want to fix that. And that means we're going to have to look at the model and get the scrambled thing out. And, that's going to move us forward. So we're due for a break. Let's take a couple minute break. 1:41 now. Okay, I gotta start remembering that time. And we'll come back and see if we can get this using the scrambled stuff instead of the basic list. Okay, I think that'll be a help. Oh, and we turn it into array.to list here. Okay, interesting. Puzzle items. Okay, yeah. Well, we don't want puzzle items, so maybe it doesn't matter. All right, 1:42, 2 minutes. See you later. Hi, welcome back. All right, so what we're going to do is we basically want to convert this to use our use the guess the user made plus the random order we started with to give us the list of items in the current apparent order. All right. Now, if we go back to model, all right. So the model keeps track of the guesses, and for ordering puzzles, it's got a dictionary from the room name to an array of integers, and that array of integers is our guess from this user. If I go down here, guess the ordering, okay, we're getting the current room from the order guesses, and this one is moving a position up, but it resets the guesses. It updates them with the new positions that we did. Okay, so that means the model does have the information we want. We have to do a little work to get to it, something like this, really. But the concern I have, and I don't know, we dealt with it earlier, but if somebody tries to, again, it's down to the maybes. If they try and look it up, well, no, it's not the maybes exactly. If they try and look it up the first time, it's not there, okay, and they just get nothing. And in this code, the ordering guesses, if it comes back with nothing, we initialize it with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever the count is. Okay. But the first time we go to display, we have the same problem. And it's tied to the game. Okay, but so what we want to do here, okay, if you recall our order puzzle stuff, if you call scramble items with your guess on this puzzle, which we know which puzzle it is, you get back the list. All right, so we want to call scrambled items. The list is going to somehow be order puzzle dot scrambled items, and the guess, well, that's what's tricky. And we want to do guess and puzzle.items. Oh, which makes me... Okay, let's think about this. Order puzzle gets the order puzzle. And it gets the items. So this is really just puzzle. Oops. Puzzle. Okay, so we want to do that. That should be a list. Okay, if we knew the guess. Well, the guess doesn't change. So let's do a let. Guess equals something in this stuff. Okay, well, the guess, I'm going to take this out. Where's the guess? Did I keep this? Yes, I did. All right. If it's the current room, get the, well, we're getting the guesses from the current room. Okay. And what's the problem? It's probably a maybe issue, right? Yeah. We need an array of ints. We got a maybe int. Okay. So this, we got by with it before with default. And the default, well, let's go back to model. That was this. We know the length. Okay. Maybe the default. Well, the length is array.length of puzzle.items. Okay. So we're saying the guess, you look it up. If they don't have a guess yet, you just default it to 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on up to the length. And then we use it. Okay, so theoretically this should work. These should be scrambled. Interesting. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I thought there were 6 of them. What's going on there? So how we did it here, array.length puzzle.items is length. So we plug that in. Well, that's half a victory. Okay, so where's set state? I don't even think this matches my ordering. Let's go look at that. Something's going on. It's kind of close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, well, this is not right. Got to make 1, 3, 0, 5, 2, 4. I've gone back and forth on that one. Okay. And 1, 3, 0. Notify, get state, set state. Notify, get state, set state. Okay. Good. So that's showing it scrambled. Let's move observer 1.getState. Well, actually, let's move set state up. Ah. Okay. I don't know why that didn't work, but I think this is working. Now, it looks like a lot of work to me, what we're doing here. All right. So the good news is the scrambling works. Our up arrow should work. We don't do down yet. Observer1.getState. And it's not doing anything. Now, all right, what else are we showing? Desired order is puzzle random order. Okay, that's the one 130524. That's not really what we want to see there. Actually, we're going to delete that, but we should be looking at the gas is really what I want to see there. If we were hand editing it, that's what we would edit. Okay, so I change it to gas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Okay, now if I move this up, it should be 1, 0, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it is not. Okay. And is that a display thing? No, I just restarted it. Okay. Let's consider message. Well, okay, wait a minute. Our buttons don't do anything. Okay, that's an issue. Right. So we got to hook up the buttons, and I think it's just on click. On click. What do you want to do? I thought I put this in. Well, we got to look at our message. Our message is order move up. Order move up, and index is the value. Okay, what's the problem? All right, let me go back to buttons. On click decrement. Well, we have an argument in ours. On click decrement, and then the text. On click order move up. Well, I'm not sure our formatting is helping anything. Button. Wait. I know. Let's put it in here. On click, order move up, index. Okay. Something went wrong. Expects one argument, it got two. Oh. Okay, let's try again. Reload. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I move this up, 1, 0, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's good. So what triggers it really? Well, set state. Oops. Set state happens first. Okay. Then notify. Then that. I think that's our desired answer. 201.435. Okay, which is the cancellation. And I mean, like a long time ago, I had this class on group theory and mathematics, and you worry about a permutation applied to a permutation, and that's what we're doing. We want that one to cancel out this one. All right, but set state, notify, get state, update, that's the order we have here, and that should be marked as right. Okay. Cool. Now, well, all right. What's left to do here? I mean, it's good we got this far. Scramble based on a user's rearrangement. I think we have completed that. Okay, we got that there. Make the model update when the arrangement changes, move up. Okay, we've done that. Let's make sure our tests are running. Okay, and we'll check that in. Okay, and now move that down. Cool. Okay. Ordering puzzle. Make the model update when the arrangement changes, move down. And we also need to judge when the answer is right. Okay. And I don't know, I've given away the name here, so I'm not sure I should hide that. I should just put it in the text and not make them guess the thing. They're figuring out how to work these things. Okay. Make the model update when the arrangement changes, move down. All right. So this, we have, here's ordering. Okay. We don't have a separate event. And maybe this is the index. All right. This is the index of the item to be moved. We could do an order move down and make, yeah, maybe that would be good. Okay. So if we provide an order move down, so we're starting in on the message side. So let's get a test on messages. Okay. It's gonna be like this one. Order move up moves item up. Okay. Well, we're gonna do the same kind of thing. Moves indicated item down. All right. Update more, move up one. Let's move down row one. Okay. New model. Get the order guesses. Get the room. And we expect the order to be, well, we started with 0, 1, 2. So now it should be 0, 2, 1. Okay, so start with 0, 1, 2. You move down item 1, which is in the middle. 1 should swap places with the one next to it. Okay, maybe with default, because dictionary get. Okay, maybe with default just to protect us. All right, so now we have to add this. Whoops. Move down. an integer. Okay. And we had to handle it. So somebody's going to complain. Well, that's in here. Okay, order moved down. And I'm just going to call the thing for up. So we should get the backwards. We should get 102 instead of 021. I don't know if there's anywhere else that's going to complain. Yeah. So we got 102 because we just moved it up instead of moving it down. All right. So now well, let's go to guess ordering. All right. Takes the position and the model and basically defers it to the guess ordering command. All right. And the thing here is we got these, well, like this is -1. Okay, there's a slow way and a fast way. Okay. See, we grab the value at the position, and then we grab the value after the position. But the after the position is -1. If we were to change this to +1, then it would be an identical routine. Okay. So array set value at position and then set position value before position. So I'm gonna do it the fast way. And the fast way is I give a direction or a distance. Which is an int. Okay, so if I add another int and the distance, I don't know if this is good or not. But if this is plus distance, and this is plus distance, and I update my caller, message model.elm messages what I want. Okay, and today that value is always -1. Okay, if I've done that properly, well, there's going to be a test that complains, but there should be 2 tests that complain right now, I think. Whoops. Where did I? Oh, model test. Okay, let's go there. Yeah, you're not going to open that for me. 177, 1, -1. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. Maybe. Okay, so we're back to our failing test, all right? Because we always pass in -1. So let's look at who calls this. F7, and here, all right, this called -1. Let's pass the argument up a level. Position, distance, model, and then whoever called this, item to move up is -1. Item to move down is +1. Okay. And I think that should do it. Order move down, moves down. Okay, let's go see our test. Which test? Message test. Okay, so order move down 1. Let's go find update. Order move down moves the item +1. Okay. Guess ordering with +1. Oops, I didn't reference it here. Good. All right. So that's kind of the fast way. The question I would have is this +1 -1 thing, is that too confusing? And now I'm going to rename these things. Value at position is value at position to move, and then take that. Oops. Value at position, and I guess like value at target position. At position to move to. Target position. Okay. All right. Should be okay. And what do we got going here? Make the model do that. Yes, I think that is correct as far as it goes. Okay, push that. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know if that distance is a little confusing or not. I don't think it's too bad when you get in there, but hopefully this makes sense. Okay, now there's still a problem. There always is. Okay, notice we grayed out this first entry going down. I can move subject update observer 1 to the bottom. Okay, did I just do that? Oh, we haven't put it on the button yet. Okay, so where's our view? The button on click, order move down, index, that's all good. Okay, can I move observer 1 down? Okay, but notice this one, I don't know if it's going to not work right. Let's put it that way. Bloop, it disappears. Okay, not desired. And what happened is we had that here. We took care of that case here. We always disable the up button on the first row, and we need to do the same thing on the down button. But it's a lot easier to find the first row. We need the length. Okay. And actually notice we needed it here too. So let's extract that. Okay. And you're not giving me a light bulb for that. Oh, I'll do it myself. Okay, so now we have the length. If the index is equal to length minus 1, we want to disable it. Okay. All right, so I'll move, oh, there it is, disabled. If I move observer 1 down, now observer 1 is disabled. I can't do that. All is good. All right. And then finally, we had this desired order thing. We don't need to show that anymore. Originally it was going to be in the text field, and you type 2, 1, 3, 4, 5, but now we got these arrows, which is a tolerable way to go. Okay, so now test should pass. And we should push that same message. Model updates. Okay. Cool. All right. So at this point, let's see, that's gone, right? Okay. So kind of two things. The big thing is we want to assess if you have the arrangement right or wrong. We want a little message to show up at the bottom, and we put that message in the order puzzle itself, which may or may not be a good place for it. But the fact is, it knows what to say when there's success or failure. Okay, and we would like to display that if, depending on whether it succeeds or fails. And really what happens is we don't just update the guess. Let's see, model. Okay, notice how model updated order guesses. Well, it also needs to figure out if the thing is solved. We keep track of all the solved rooms, and that's not being done here. So we need to decide if the thing is right, and if it is, we want to put the current room in the set of solved rooms, and that's all on model. All right, here is solved. So if a room gets solved, we want to mark it in there, and then in the view, if the room is solved, we want to put more information, and we want to put a message. Okay. So I don't know where we do that. Solve dash. Okay. Well, we call judge pattern answer here in dialogues. So the dialogue puzzle is putting out text again. Okay. And I think I'll borrow this. Well, I'm going to borrow all that because it's similar enough to what we're doing. And once again, I don't know. Let me comment this out. All right. I've not been testing the UI other than running it. And that seems, it was a good decision when it was small, and now I'm kind of regretting that I haven't kept up. And I'm also feeling like, oh, I got some logic going on in here too. Now, I don't mind consulting. I don't mind consulting the order puzzle. Like, it should be able to tell me, are you right? Now, how we track that, that's trickier. The two ways, multiple ways going through my head. One is we do like this and we put some logic in that, where's Judge Pattern Answer? Okay, this has logic in the model to figure out if you match the default answer or if you are right or wrong. And I'm not liking it too much. What I think I should be doing whoops, I think I should be doing it down here. I feel in a way like I should put out both texts and then use the disabled stuff to decide whether or not to show it. So this is text, and the text is going to be puzzle dot success. Well, let's do failure first. Failure message, and then text puzzle dot success message. Now, I don't know, text doesn't have the features here. Let's go look at HTML stuff. Just puts out text. Okay, so I don't have a way to put attributes on it. I mean, unless I put it in a div, which is probably what I'm supposed to do, I guess. All right, so let's do that. Let's put it in a div with no attributes, and all it has in it is text. And div with no attributes, and all it has in it is text. Okay, now I should see both failure messages, or both messages at the bottom. Okay, and what I want to do is I want to say, well, just like here, it's disabled if, I don't know who I'm asking. Well, I got the model. Oops. Oh, boy. I just want to ask if it's solved. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing here. Disabled if something. Okay, and I'm just going to hard code it for now. Is that doable? Nope. Can I just say true? Okay. That'll get me there a little bit. Okay. Well, so much for that theory. Okay. Well, it's time for a break. So let's take a break. We'll think about why this is not valid. And come back and make this thing work. All right. So 2 minutes. Hi, welcome back. Okay. I realized what was going on. Disabled is controls. Hidden is whether the text shows or not. All right. So this first one should hide. Yes. Okay. Even though the other is more likely. So the thing I want to do then is I need this to not be hard coded. I need it to be a query on, I think it's on the model. And I might have it already. Is it a game? No. I used to have is solved. Current room is solved. Okay, so I can ask the model if the current room is solved, and I think that's what I want to do. Okay, so this is, I guess it just takes the model, right? Okay, yep. So it's true if, it's, it is hidden. The false message is hidden if the current room is solved, because we want to show the true message. Okay, so model dot current room is solved with the model. Okay, and this one is not that. Model dot current room is solved with the model. Okay. Don't need that. Now, in our case, we don't answer that. We don't mark the answer solved when it's solved. So that's the piece we're missing. So I think this will come out with the order is wrong. Okay, so yeah, but even if you put the order right, which we said was set state, then notify get state that. Okay. Yeah, so that's the right order. It should be saying it's right, but it doesn't, because we don't really judge when the answer is right. Okay. If we did, we would get this. All right. Okay, so that was on the model, was the updating, right? So let's find that thing. Guess ordering. Oh. And let's see. I don't know. Okay, so we know the position, the distance, the puzzle, the model. All right, so updated guesses is the new dictionary of stuff. Okay. Updated positions. Okay, so what we want to do is if the puzzle is solved, do we know the puzzle? Yes. Okay, if the puzzle is solved, we want to add the current room to solved. Okay. So the new solved is if puzzle, let's see, it's ordered puzzle dot is solved with, I guess we need the new positions. Then we want to take the model dot solved, and we're going to do a dictionary dot update. How do we do it up here? If it's solved, set insert. Okay, this is close to what we want. If this if the order puzzle is solved with the updated position, set insert that, otherwise that. Okay, and then we need to update solved equals new solved. Okay, so if it's not solved, we just leave it alone. Otherwise, we insert the current room in there. But we haven't done this. Order puzzle. Okay, so order puzzle is going to answer is solved. You give me an array of ints, which is your guesses, in an order puzzle, and I tell you Boolean. Okay, and is solved of guess puzzle equals, let's hard code it for a moment. Okay, and let's put an order puzzle test in on that. Okay, it should all compile and fail. Well, actually, I don't think it has to fail. Answers puzzle as order puzzle. How about importing order puzzle as order puzzle? Is solved. Oh, I didn't export it. Updated positions and the puzzle. Okay. All right. Yeah, our tests pass. We're relying on order puzzle. Excuse me, order puzzle. And order puzzle is always false. So we never mark the room solved. So let's test this here. And I'm going to put both test cases in. Lambda. We know 1, 2, 0 solves our original puzzle. Okay, so 1, 2, 0 solves our default puzzle. This one, because it's 201, so 2 first, third, first, second, And if you say 1, 2, 0, you're saying first, second, third. Okay. And then the flip side of this is puzzle knows when it is not solved. Okay. So 1, 2, 0 solves it, then anything else doesn't, including 102. Okay. Test failed. Knows when it's solved. Oh, this should be false. Like, how do you both pass? Okay. All right, so puzzle knows when it is not solved. Wait. Oh, they're both in there still. When it is solved, expects false equals. So when it is not solved, false, expect equal to true. Wait a minute. Am I on the right one? No, of course not. When it is solved, fails. Okay. When it is not solved, succeeds because it's hard-coded to succeed. But if I just flipped it to true, I'd have the opposite result. Okay. But what I know at this point is I'm solved. Excuse me just a second. Sorry, excuse me. So what I know is it's solved if the scrambled items with their guess, it gives me back a new list. If that list is equal to my original items, then it's solved. So if I take scrambled items with my guess and my puzzle, and I want to say, I want to check equality. I don't know if arrays do that or lists. List. Well, that implies it might work. Okay, scrambled gives me a list. I'm going to take that to an array, and then what's easier? That's a list. Let's do toList list on puzzle.items. Okay, so if the scrambled items, which is a list, is equal to the puzzle items, then I've done my job. This should pass. Okay. Let's see. So I want to check. I guess I want to run it again. Okay, so I think everything's hooked up now. All right, so get state happens first. Then you do notify, set state value 1, update observer 1. Oh. Server 2.get state. Or is wrong. So observer 2.get state. Okay. I think get state notify, set state update, get state, oops. Set state is first, then notify, then get state, update, get state update. Is that correct in my dungeon? Observer one set state, notify, update, then get state. Okay, I've got it backwards. Huh. Hey, okay. that makes me feel good. Okay, so now that all works. The door opens. So the room is solved. Probably these exits should be hidden exits. Let's go look at our dungeon, our map. 2A. I don't remember how you can get here. Okay, so room 2A goes to 2C. I'm thinking, okay, where's 2D? 2D goes to 2M. I'm going to say this should be a hidden exit. Maybe they both should. So I'm putting the game designer hat on now. So you come in through 2A, you only get to see 2D if you fix it. Okay. All right. So where's that leave us? Well, I think in effect the puzzle part is done. We've got this thing going. The remaining pieces are all around how it looks. And there's a couple things. One is I don't want unordered lists. I just want pictures. And I don't want captions or any of that stuff. I just want to make a picture for each one of these, and they're all together. Now, I don't know what I got to do from the CSS side to do that. How I get them all in a row. Maybe I should just put them all on a big table. I don't know the best way to do this. I want them all, each one per line, but I want the buttons on the same line. Let's try that. And I do want them images. So let's update our to do. Okay. Judge when the answer is right. That's what we just did. Oops. This is passing, so let's push. All right, we'll move this down. Let's see. So two things, right? One is put items in rows in table with invisible border, and show images, not items, not text. And right now my dungeon doesn't have image names. It's got these little text descriptions, but it really should have images. All right. So view. So this is item and length, right? Are the two arguments? Okay, so this is a format, or it's show. How we describe that? Well, show ordered item. And it takes What does it take? I think I want the function. So the function takes an index, an item, and a length, and it produces HTML message. Okay, and that is this. Okay, so the int is the index, the item, the length. I'm going to take these two off. Okay, what's the problem? Show order index, item, and length. No, it looks kind of good to me. Okay, now I want to pass this function. Maybe my order could be better, huh? The call produces int to HTML message, but it needs to produce list of message. I guess I'm not passing the length in. So let me pass it first. This is that currying in Elm, where it lets you kind of leave off arguments as you go. So the function we have, this function show ordered item needs to take the length. Okay, so required a list found in. Okay, so I can bet it's a little confusing if you're not used to this sort of thing. At least I'm certainly able to be confused by it. What I've done here is I've said the show ordered item is going to take the length first, and that means when I call it here, if I call show ordered item of length, it produces not a value, but it produces a function. And the function is I've stripped off the first argument, length. It's like I took show ordered, I copied length in everywhere it gets called. So if its length is 6, it substitutes a 6, and then I have a function that's like show ordered item 6 that hard codes the 6. In effect, it evaluates the first argument. It doesn't probably really, but it theoretically substitutes the first argument in, and that gives you a function of 2 arguments, int and string. Well, that's what you need for an indexed map. Yep, show that again. Int in a string is A. Give it a list of A's, and it'll produce a list of B's. Okay, so we've made that more direct. Now, I don't want this thing in a list at all. I think what I want. Let's see if I can make a table work. Okay, if a table with TRs and 3 items in it. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, that's not bad. All right, and let's give it a class. The class is OrderPuzzle. Okay, now I can do stuff with my CSS. Okay, so image, let's look at OrderPuzzle. Now what I want to do is center this thing. I think this may sort of do that. I'm doing a hard reload. Okay, so let's ask somebody. I swear, CSS has made centering just so tricky. That doesn't look like my query. How to center a table. Margin left, margin right. Maybe the div threw it, display block threw it off. OrderPuzzle on the class for the table. Is that what we got there? Order class on the table. Cannot be centered if the width is set to 100%. Okay. So that seems plausible. All right. Okay, let's put some borders on here. Doesn't know border. Okay. CSS table. Yeah, we'll steal the whole thing. Now I think I'm only using this table, the only table I have, so it probably it's over specifying it, but okay. Huh. Why are you not centering? That's the class, OrderPuzzle. How about we consistently capitalize it? Okay. Thank you. All right. And I don't think these are doing anything. And that was really for debugging. So Reload. Yes. Okay. We'll want some margin and whatnot, but that gets us a table. I don't know. Does that look like centered in 60%? I guess it's putting space at the end. I don't know. So that put these in rows. All right. Have we done? I guess we've done that. Test screen. We'll push this. Okay. All right. Show images, not text. Well, let's go look at view. Let's find the top part where it shows the scene. Okay, we just say image with a source. Game.get image from current room model, current game. Well, we can get that image. That's just going to be the contents of the thing. Okay, so I think how do we want to do that? I guess in the dungeon, I don't mind putting images / on this stuff and giving it proper names. But I think we need the actual drawn images probably to make it worth pursuing at this point. I'm not going to finish it in 4 minutes or 3 minutes or whatever. So let's see. So I think what we can do, yeah, let's just we'll update this for now, and it'll I don't know why I've been using GIFs or GIFs, depending how you like it. Okay, so I've just defined the image names that I'm going to do. I will do those offline, so you don't have to watch me draw stuff if you think watching me program is painful. Okay, but I think we've done a good job today, basically. I think, the function is working to what we want it to do, and we've got the up-down buttons working. I think we're in pretty good shape. I might scramble this slightly more. I'm just going to put 2 last. Okay. All right. So thanks for joining me today. I hope you can come back another time. Next time is this Sunday, the 26th, 1 to 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. And just like last week, I'm home this week. So I'm hoping I've got at least a few days where I can throw in some bonus sessions. I may do one in the morning sometime, but probably mostly 1 to 3 Eastern Time. But I feel like we're closing in on this thing. We're getting down to where the issues are going to be like, we have one more puzzle type to introduce, and then the rest of it is just like straightening out the dungeon, tweaking the UI, and deploying the whole thing. So we're closing in on it, and I'm hoping we can wrap up soon. All right. Thanks again. Take care. Bye-bye. Have a happy Christmas if that's what you do.